Welcome back to Breakfast Television. 6/18/2012 will mark the year of the Last Quinzmas, a Christmas spectacular put on by local band Quincy for the past decade. In its honor, we go behind the music to take a look back at its highs and lows in a never-before-seen take on Quinzmas and what it's meant to those closest to it.
They're two sets of brothers who are also cousins. And for the past 9 years, local pop rock band Quincy has put its heart and soul into what's become Winnipeg's favorite holiday tradition, Quinzmas.
It's just snowballed into something way bigger than we ever really intended it to be.
This is Quincy, the story behind the music.
Christmas is weird because it's basically a whole bunch of traditions thrown together that people have come up with over the years, and they don't necessarily make sense, but because you relate to them and they're tied to these memories with these people, they become important to you, and that's kind of what Quinzmas has become.
What's come to set Quinzmas apart from other local holiday shows is the theatrical element the band has brought to it. Costumes, skits, balloons, recurring characters.
I'm not really sure why we started doing it this way, because I mean, I don't really have a theater background, none of us really do.
I have a theater background.
Since Quincy's first Christmas-themed show in 2004, Quinzmas has taken on a life of its own, growing and becoming more successful each year, until 2009, the year of the incident.
I thought you could get away with anything at Christmas time, and I guess you can't.
2008 was the year it really took off, with multiple Santas singing opera, the infamous Bing and Bowie skit reenacted on stage.
So we were riding high off of that 2008 show, and we just felt like we needed to top it. And, you know, I feel like we just flew too close to the sun.
As a band, Quincy has always been able to hone their ideas and artistic minds to work as a team.
So it's good. I mean, it works really well, and there's no real, like, as they say, cutaway guy.
I am the cutaway guy.
Let's look back to the year of the incident, the year of Spider Claus.
We were trying to think of a new way to do Santa Claus. David had a Spider-Man costume, and, you know, he's a big Spider-Man fan. Everyone knows that.
So they dressed up drummer David Pankratz as Spider Claus. He came out, fought previous and current Quinzmas villain December Wolf, and then sat down to rock a drum solo.
The spider suit, the Santa suit, the wolf mask, it all sort of came together. It was, you know, those moments when there's chaos but everything slows down. That's what it felt like.
I know it wasn't, his performance was pitch perfect, but I think it got too crazy. And that was our lowest point.
And as for the man behind the mask, David admits it was a low point for the band, but to this day, doesn't take the blame for the Quinzmas fail.
I'll say it. I mean, it was my brother's fault. It was Jason's fault.
Without that costume, there would not have been a Spidey Claus. So it's David's fault, I guess.
It was definitely Sandy's fault.
Regardless of where the blame lies, regardless of the incident, Winnipeg has enjoyed 8 crazy but magical years of Quinzmas. And now, Quincy and their musical counterparts House of Dog have decided to call this Quinzmas the final Quinzmas.
You know, we've put a lot of focus and love into this band and this event. We don't want to do it a disservice by letting it linger.
It's inevitable. You can't do it forever.
Who said it was the last Quinzmas? It's the last Quinzmas? Am I on the right ladder?
The story of Quinzmas is a true local success story and will continue to live in the memories of its fans and everyone who has worked so hard each year to create a unique, magical, and sometimes kind of strange musical experience.
We all have the same idea for this crazy event, and for whatever reason, we all just share this moment and this emotion and the excitement leading up to it, and I'm going to miss that most.
I think it's a mistake. It should just go on forever.
It can't go on forever.
And it won't. But what will the last Quinzmas bring? Dancing robots, operatic Santas, the return of Spider Claus? There's only one way to find out. Join Quincy on December 21st at the Burton Cummings Theatre as they say goodnight with the Last Quinzmas.